Good evening. My name is Christina Delmont-Small. I reside at 10206 Maxine Street in Ellicott City, Maryland. I am a parent, taxpayer, and a member of the Board of Education. As a private citizen, I started requesting historical approved budget versus actual spending in 2011 when I was on the FY13 Operating Budget Review Committee, and I continue to ask for this information now that I'm elected Board of Education. However, unfortunately, I am still unable to get this information. I can't in good conscience recommend that you approve funding for the school system because it is unclear if the school system is being a good steward of taxpayer dollars. When the Board of Education asks questions, the school system does not provide information. The limited information that we are provided, who knows if we can even trust these numbers? For example, during our budget work sessions, when asked, we were told that, in fact, there were 323 positions in the FY18 budget that were not filled. We asked, well, then what are the salaries attached to those 323 positions? We are still waiting for that information. We all have to ask, and we all have to demand an answer to, where is the money going? This information should be readily available. It should be used by the budget office and every program manager. Whether you use zero-based budgeting or some other means to develop a budget, you always compare your approved budget to your actual spending. There's no oversight of taxpayer dollars and a lack of transparency. When the board was developing our budget, we were basically doing it blind. Categorical transfers have enabled the system to move millions and millions of dollars. Since FY 2011, we have moved $48.6 million, including $14.9 million out of instructional salaries, $4.5 million out of special education, and $13.8 million out of operation of plant. The question we must ask is, why won't the school system provide this information? Are they incapable? Are they unable to do so? Why can't we get simple answers to very simple questions? I'm disappointed that I'm before you today and I still don't have access to historical approved budget and actual spending data, as well as other information that the Board of Education and yourselves need to have so that we can truly create an amazing school system. I'd hoped by this time I would know how much it truly actually costs to run the school system, but unfortunately, that seems to be a very well-guarded secret. Whatever the reason or reasons, as long as they keep this information hidden, we are unable to have an honest, open discussion about what our staff and educators truly need and how to direct funding to the classroom so that each and every student in our school gets the education that they need. Now, I heard Beverly Davis talk about categorical transfers.
If you can summarize, and then we expect we'll see you on Friday as well.
Oh, heck yes. Okay. My suggestion is for categorical transfers, please don't approve until you know the numbers. And with the $2.3 million over MOE, because I know you have to pay, we have to do MOE, but for anything over, I respectfully suggest that you put language in so that you keep that funding in a, how can I put it, in a contingency fund, and ask the school system to come back on a quarterly basis and give a report as far as their spending versus the budget, and in consultation with the Board of Education decide whether or not that funding should go forward. And with regard to the health and dental fund, it's an understatement to say that there's a problem with the management of the fund, and we clearly need a review of the management of the fund, whether or not we should do it in the form that we're doing it as being self-insured, have a management plan and a multi-year fiscal plan to address the deficit and make the necessary changes so that the fund can be sustainable. Because we, quite frankly, can't continue to put money into that fund and continue to manage the plan as we are, because unless we make appropriate changes, we're going to be in the same situation again next year.
Right. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Any questions?
And
Questions?
I was just going to say, I'm not going to get into the rest of your testimony, but that last piece about having a plan as it relates to that is imperative. So, I mean,
Well, it's embarrassing that we don't have one to begin with.
I couldn't agree more.